Good evening. Welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Monday evening. It's been a busy day. We have had work. We've taken the dog to the vet for her vaccinations. So in another week she can be out for walks. Then we got Kathleen's car picked up, taken to a local mechanic. So it should hopefully be fixed in a couple of days. Busy day. So I hope your day has not been quite as busy. This evening I am talking about cash. Because when we were driving through to the vets, we went through Stirling, and where there used to be a little local shop thing, there's now a Morrison's Daily. And I know that there's a lot of places are, where you've got your Tesco Daily, your Sainsbury Daily, or whatever, or smaller versions anyway, your Tesco Express, I think it is. And there's been a few reports recently about small local businesses and how much it's costing them to take card payments. And one of them said that depending on how much someone spends and what card they use, it can be anywhere from like 3% to 7% that they need to pay on that card payment. So that's a lot of money. One of the shops, small local shop, said that it was £700 a week they were paying on card fees. And some of that's on maybe £1 purchase, or kids buying sweets with their Go Henry cards, or with their Google phone app, Apple thing. The thing you do on your phone or your watch or whatever. And the local shops are getting charged for every transaction, a percentage with a minimum amount. And it got me to thinking, well, how long is that sustainable? We all know that the commercial rents have gone up. We all know that, the cost of energy has gone up over the last few years, and that local shops have been struggling. And I was like, so what happens then? And today when I was driving, I saw what happens. It becomes a Tesco's or a Morrison's or a Sainsbury's local store. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I know as well there was one of the shops I went into and I bought, I can't remember what I went into for. Went in for something stupid or to drop something off, and I thought, well, I can't do that and, not buy something. And I bought like a dip, and it was from Jack's, which is actually Tesco's. So I was like, what is that about? And seemingly what I had forgotten is Booker has been bought over by Tesco's. So your wholesaler is now run by Tesco's. And there's a lot of smaller shops are not getting the same delivery service that they used to get, or they've got to buy a whole box of things, which they didn't need to do before. If you can imagine being the local shop in a small village, in a rural location, you don't want a box of, imagine like say a pack of 10 fish fingers. You don't want 20 packets of that. You maybe want 5 for that month, because you know who your customers are. But now they can only buy a box 20. And they don't have the freezer storage for that. So things are changing. And then there was something else I read where somebody had spoken to some media person. I don't remember where the report was. But they said there's no cash machines now where I am, unless I get charged £1.99 to take out my money. Or I have to go on the bus further to get to a machine where it doesn't cost me to take out money. And this person was struggling, disabled. They're like, sometimes the bus journey is just too much. Sometimes I don't have that, but getting cash out is a huge problem. And it cost me £1.99 per time. Well, if you've only got a tenner in the bank, to lose £1.99, you can't even take out your tenner. You've got to have that £12 in the bank or whatever. And I don't know. I'm just, it gives me, it's giving me the heebies because I'm having visions of that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the one where the corporations could turn off your air if you did something that they didn't like. And we all know that, the Bank of England have advertised now for your central bank digital currency people. The adverts are in the Bank of England website. So we know that pretty much everywhere is looking for it to come in. The only way to do anything about that is to start using cash more. And I really don't want it to be that the only shop I can shop in is a conglomerate, because the smaller independent retailers have been ousted by the costs. Not just the costs of energy, conglomerate, the costs of commercial retail sales, retail rents, conglomerate. Now it's the cost of transactions, conglomerate. And if you do something to upset these transactions, people, I'm quite sure they'll soon put a stop to that. I'm not liking it at all. So I know most of us here do try and do cash, but I just thought I'd come on and say it was like a whole train of thought came when I saw this Morrison's Daily instead of the small independent shop. And I mean, that shop, I remember that shop, they used to do hot filled rolls and stuff because my dad used to stop there when he was in his AA patrolman days. That was, if he was heading down that way, that would be where he would get his breakfast. They did a roaring trade. Obviously not now, because, or obviously they got an offer they couldn't refuse. But it's a busy wee shop, but it's now a conglomerate. So yeah, I'm being all conspiracy theorist and all that sort of stuff, but if you can use more cash, then please do. I am certainly looking at, I mean, the glorious payday is Friday, and I am looking at sorting out my direct debits and taking the rest out and going shopping locally. Like my mop and bucket that Patrick got for me, he went to the local ironmongers up the road. We still have one of those, thankfully. So yeah, anything we can do with that would be good. Because I just don't like this all being big international companies running my wee corner stores. And I know I've probably been blind to this for years. But, my eyes are open now. And we're going to see what we can do, which means we will be using cash much, much more. Catch you later.